Hello there, it's caught me having a good read. Now, very interesting thing. I'll just put this down. Those of you who know me know that one of my heroines in history is Aethelflaed or Aethelflaed, depending on how it's translated. And I just found a very interesting story about her. Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. Aethelflaed was King Alfred's daughter, a very competent, sensible woman. Anyway, we're not here to discuss her history, but there is a story. She was made a saint, possibly around, well, she died in 918, so I assume that's when she was made a saint. She was demoted when William the Conqueror took control. So this is a nice little story. Her brother Aethelstan was, her nephew Aethelstan became king. He was brought up in her court, and whether real or made up, she was quite a religious woman. And the story goes, one day she was out ministering to the poor and sick and praying and doing all lots of good things when Aethelstan was due to turn up with his retinue. Usually that was a large following. He had all his ministers with him, he would have had soldiers protecting him and various other bits of his retinue. In other words, there were a lot of people. Her brother Cedric came up and said, look, we've got a lot of problems here. I mean, I've got food coming out of my ears. I've got bread, I've got pork, I've got venison, wild boar, sheep, I've got beef, you name it. But one thing we haven't got, which the king will expect, is ale. Anything. Have you got it? Well, as it turned out, the maid came and said, Madam, we have a small keg of ale, but it's barely enough to keep us going. Never mind all these people that'll turn up. Aethelflaed scratched her chin and said, put the ale butt in the main hall and I'll be back in a while. But we don't have enough. Just do what I tell you, okay? Yeah? Okay. So it was. And she went away and she prayed. Now, meanwhile, her brother looked at this and thought, there's not even enough ale in there to keep us going. Never mind all the party coming. Perhaps if I hide it, it might be able to be, people might forget about it. Fat chance. So anyway, he hid it in an alcove. And Aethelflaed was conspicuous by her absence. Meanwhile, the king appears. Hello there! Well, where's my godmother? She's at her prayers, your grace. Oh, really? Anyway, let's have some drink for me and my retinue. They got this little barrel and tipped it out. This is how you honour your king. This ale is rancid, and what there is of it, I wouldn't give it to my horse. I'm sorry, Your Majesty, he said. And they took the barrel and hid it. One of the warriors broke down the door and all of a sudden ale came gushing out, the like of which nobody had ever seen, smelt or drunk before or since. And the king said, this is a goodly tribute you've paid. Well done, my dear sister, my dear Aunt Aethelflaed. Aethelflaed knew what she was doing. She had prayed to God to make the ale flow and sweet, and sure enough, just goes to show, you've got friends in high places, you'll never be short of a drink. Was this true? Well, I would take that with a pinch of salt if I were you. She was a very busy lady, she was very pious, lady of the Mercians. And who knows, you never know, it may have been. If not, it should have been. So anyway, I hope you've liked this. If you have, like the video, maybe you'd like to share the video. and leave us a comment. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this story. I've enjoyed finding it. So stay groovy and have a good time and be nice to each other. Bye.